Real Travels.
Value for money.
Food trip.
Accommodation na sulit.
Real Travels.
Because adventures are the best way to learn.
Hey guys, welcome to Real Travels. My name is Shaira de la Peña, your host and travel buddy here in this show powered by FEBC in collaboration with Shutterlight Digital. In the past few episodes of Real Travels, we have been to Hong Kong and Macau, two Chinese countries. But now, we will explore naman a very unique country, Vietnam. So we will explore Hanoi, which is the north down to Ho Chi Minh City in the south of Vietnam. So we will explore two places and that will be in our Vietnam series. So to kickstart our Vietnam series, for our first episode, I'll share to you guys everything you need to know when traveling to Vietnam. First is the map. The map of Vietnam is long and narrow, shaped like the letter S. So you can actually look at it as three parts: the north, the central, and the southern part of Vietnam. So Vietnam as a country, it's part of Southeast Asia on the eastern edge of the peninsula known as Indochina. Indochina comprises 5 countries, which is Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Thailand, and Vietnam. So these countries share natural resources centering on the Mekong River, which flows from north to south through the center of the Indo-Chinese Peninsula, and are closely related economically, culturally, and historically. So very similar yung cultures nila doon, all the nations, all the countries in the Indochina Peninsula. So if you will travel from Vietnam to Cambodia to Thailand, meron silang actually mga similar na food. May similar silang food, may similar silang language, may similar silang tradition and culture somehow, but yun yung maganda sa Indochina Peninsula. They have common denominators, similarities, pero they are uniquely different pa rin towards one another. Vietnam's neighbors include China to the north and Laos and Cambodia naman to the west. And Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam, which is located in the northern part of the country, and it's currently divided into 30 administrative districts, including 12 urban districts and 17 rural districts, along with 1 district-level town. So para ma-visualize nyo, no, para siyang Manila na may Binondo part and Manila Bay part. So ganun din guys sa Hanoi, may Old and French Quarter na 2 very unique locations. So Hanoi is the historical part of Vietnam kasi andito most of the museums and historical places. Ito din yung side ng Vietnam na feeling ko para siyang field trip kasi most of the tourist attractions are very informational, from the historical pagodas to their museum. So very historical siya in a sense na naging French colony sila. So sa Hanoi dun ko din nakita yung French culture, and siguro nga kasi andito yung French Quarter sa Hanoi, which are full of French inspired architecture din. On the other hand, Ho Chi Minh, formerly known as Saigon, is the counterpart of Hanoi. It's located in the southern part of Vietnam. So it has a population of over 8 million people, and Ho Chi Minh City is the largest city in Vietnam, and it serves as the economic and cultural hub of the country. It was renamed in honor of Ho Chi Minh following the reunification of North and South Vietnam in 1976. So the city is a bustling metropolis with a rich history, vibrant street life, and a very dynamic business environment. So very vibrant and fast-paced itong Ho Chi Minh City, and it's known for its French colonial architecture, bustling markets, and a wide range of cultural attractions. Ho Chi Minh City is divided into 24 districts, so it consists of 19 inner city districts and 5 suburban areas. So District number 1, it's the city center, and dito yung pinakamadaming tourists, and dito yung most of the tourist attractions as well. And then District 2 naman, it's more of tranquility, it's more about fine dining. And then District 3, it's all about coffee naman and architecture. And then District 4, it's all about street foods. District 5 is all about shopping, bargains, and dumplings. And kung makikita nyo, no, per district, it has something to offer. to the tourists, to the local people there in Vietnam. And that's what I like about Vietnam, especially in Ho Chi Minh. Talagang may kanya-kanyang personality yung mga districts from one another. Talagang para silang magkaibang country. magkaibang vibe. So it's very nice to explore all the districts when you go to Vietnam, in Ho Chi Minh, and in Hanoi, which is the Old Quarter and the French Quarter. I hope these insights will help you decide which part of Vietnam you'll travel to. Kasi if you appreciate the vibrant city life while exploring different things every day, Ho Chi Minh is for you. If you appreciate the calm vibes while learning history and culture, then Hanoi is for you. So it really varies kung ano yung taste mo when it comes to traveling. If you want something chill, something na fast-paced, it really depends. But for me personally, worth it to go to both places, Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh, kasi makikita mo yung contrast and makikita mo yung difference nila from one another, as well as ma-appreciate mo yung nature ng Vietnam, yung history ng Vietnam, at the same time, yung modernity na ng Vietnam that's very progressive, very fast-paced and vibrant when you go naman to Ho Chi Minh. Second is the currency. The currency of Vietnam is called the Vietnamese dong. So sabi nila, if you want to experience being a millionaire, go to Vietnam. Kasi their currency is loaded with a lot of digits talaga. So similar siya to the Korean one na ang dami ding digits. So here in Vietnam, 1 Philippine peso is equivalent to 425 Vietnamese dong. So imagine, if you have like 2,400 pesos, ang approximate estimate nun, meron kang 1 million Vietnamese dong. O diba? Pero don't get confused guys because when we went to Vietnam, ang dami nilang bills. So may 500 dong, parang 1 peso yun, 50,000 dong, parang 100 pesos, and then may 500,000 dong, which is parang 1,000 pesos. So ang dami nilang digits sa bills nila. Ang pinaka-tip talaga dito is to always double check. Kapag pumunta kang Vietnam, nakakahilo talaga magbayad kasi magko-compute ka by the thousands and millions eh. Kasi nga ang daming digits. So, share ko lang, one time nag-grab kami, tapos instead na 50k dong yung ibabayad ko, yung naabot ko is 500k dong. So, buti na lang dinouble check ko sa driver kung tama yung binayad ko. But thank God he was honest and kind enough to let me know na 500k yung binayad ko instead of 50k. So, yun guys, always double check your Vietnamese dong bills. Double check is the key. Third is the communication. So here are my observations going to Vietnam. Number 1, they are not literate with the English language. So medyo similar sila sa Hong Kong culture na bihira ka talaga maka-encounter ng local na marunong mag-English. As in, so my Vietnam trip was mostly nagsa-sign language ako. Hindi naman sign language, yung parang nagsha-charades ka lang dun sa mga locals para lang maintindihan nila, nag-hand gestures ka. Pag bumibili naman ako, pag nagtatanong or nag-order ng food, parang tinuturo ko na lang para klaro, ganon. So, it's really a challenge and a learning experience. And then, fun fact, when going to their CR, guys, don't ask where the CR is kasi hindi nila alam yung term na CR. I think CR is only used sa context nating mga Pilipino and some other countries. Pero sa Vietnam, ang tawag nila sa CR nila is WC. As in, hindi siya CR, WC. So, it means water closet. So, yun yung sasabihin nyo, where is the WC or WC? Fourth is the marketplace. So, this really needs to be a separate point kasi buying in Vietnam comes with a lot of surprises and I believe you guys should know these things before kayo bumili ng kahit ano sa Vietnam. So, Vietnam has a lot of night markets, diba? Whether in Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh, tas laging may Changi doon every night. In the daytime naman, lagi may mga street vendors and shops. So, per area, may marketplace talaga na parang divisoria sa atin. So, sa Hanoi, it's called the Dong Xuan Market. Sa Ho Chi Minh, it's called the Ben Tan Market. So, tip number 1, wag kang hahawak ng anything na hindi ka pa sure bilhin. So, yung mga Vietnamese sellers kasi, by observation na, very aggressive sila magbenta. Sila mismo lalapit sa'yo at kakausapin ka talaga. For example, guys, kunwari nasa store ka and then you're just canvassing for stuff to buy. So, wag niyong hahawakan yung binibenta nila. For example, jacket yung binibenta or yung wallet. So, yun lang guys. Kasi kapag kunwari, hinawakan mo, tapos hindi mo binili, ayun, baka mainis sila sa'yo or magalit sila sa'yo. So, of course, it's a tip din kasi we need to practice to be ethical din in the way that we deal with foreigners. So yun guys, wag hahawak, tingin lang or sulyap lang, ganun. Fifth is the transportation. So did you know that Vietnam is also known as the motorcycle capital of the world? As in, so nagulat ako when I went to Vietnam. 80% ng kalsada, puro motor. As in, parang nakikisingit lang yung mga kotse doon sa sobrang dami ng motor. And there are actually 45 million motorbikes registered in Vietnam. So ganun kadaming locals and tourists na gumagamit ng motor to go around Vietnam. So student, senior, mapa-ordinary citizen, or mayaman, nagmo-motor. As in, nagmo-motor lahat. So it's more convenient for them to go around via motorbike talaga kasi. So because of that guys, yun nga, the transportation, especially pag magko-commute ka sa Vietnam, ang hirap tumawid. As in, yun yung honest review sa Vietnam. Talagang even the locals, ina-admit nila ng hirap talaga tumawid sa Vietnam. So like me and yung mga kasama ko, yung first time namin doon, na-culture shock kami. Takot na takot kami tumawid sa Vietnam. Like parang praning kami tumawid kasi kahit red na yung stoplight, dire-diretso pa rin yung mga motor. So ang funny kasi yung tour guide namin in one of our day tours sa Vietnam, may nagtanong sa kanya, yung kasama namin sa tour, paano tumawid sa Vietnam? Kasi nga ang hirap-hirap. So the tour guide told us that in Vietnam, there is no perfect moment to cross the street. You have to create your moment. So parang ganun. So para makatawid ka pala sa streets of Vietnam, you just need to cross. As in, yun yung advice niya talaga. Just cross. You just create your moment. Kasi sila mismo hihinto at didiskartehan. Paano ka hindi babanggain? So baliktad pala. Tatawid ka, tapos sila na lang mag-a-adjust na hindi ka mabangga. Something like that. Pero yun, hindi kasi talaga tumitigil yung daloy ng motor sa Vietnam kahit red light. But as per observation naman, it's mostly happening in the old quarter sa Hanoi. Medyo lawless ground yun na medyo maluwag talaga sila doon. Di sila ganun ka-strict when it comes to traffic rules, hindi masyado sumusunod. Pero sa mga other parts ng Vietnam like Ho Chi Minh, yung mga medyo urbanized districts na, okay naman so far. Like talagang chichempohan mo na lang na mag-red light or else talagang madedevour ka. Napakadaming motor once na mag-green light. So yun guys, ang tip, create your moment whenever you are going to cross the street in Vietnam. Another tip then on how to go around Vietnam in general, if solo traveler ka, you can try out renting their motorbike or try nyo din mag-angkas doon since they have a lot of motorbike hailing service apps there. If ever naman you're not comfortable with riding a motor or if you're traveling as a group or with your family or friends to Vietnam, the most convenient mode of transport talaga doon is taxi or Grab. So super convenient naman yon, and they actually have low fares compared sa Pilipinas. So nung nag-Grab ako sa Vietnam, yung pinakamalayo na napuntahan namin was around 350 pesos. So yung usual naman na fares namin going to the places we were going to and from was around 70 pesos, 100, 150, 200 pesos only. So that's not bad na, I think. Compared sa mga surge ng mga ride-hailing apps natin here, diba? Overall, Vietnam is a very worth it country to travel to, and it's a very unique Southeast Asian country. There are a lot of things to do talaga dun sa Vietnam. From Hanoi, that's very historical, very vintage looking, but very beautiful and very, very nice kasi it's more of a historical place. And then to Ho Chi Minh, that's really modern, progressive, really fast-paced, ang vibrant, grabe, it's like a city that never sleeps as well, and ang dami talagang magagawa because sa Ho Chi Minh ang daming districts iba-iba, and all of those things and all of the other places sa Vietnam, I think it's really worth it to travel to. I think every place in Vietnam really has something different and unique to offer, and personally naman, I really love this country. It's a travel destination very close to my heart kasi as a person na binavalue yung rest, Vietnam is one of the countries na naka-rest talaga ako. It's a country kasi na very simple, very laid back, it's very safe, and if you just really want sometimes to do cafe hopping, simula mag-food trip, or if you just want to walk around and just savor their culture, since it's also a walkable city, Vietnam is a really nice place to be. And for our next episode, we will finally explore the things that you can do in Hanoi, Vietnam. We will explore their old quarter, French quarter, their must-try food, and the things to watch and places to go in Hanoi. Always remember that adventures are the best way to learn. This is Shaira de la Peña, your travel buddy in Real Travels, and see you on the next episode.